Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. High Commissioner Lamy, I appreciate your hospitality, and I'd like to thank the government of Morocco for gathering us here today. I will endeavor to be very brief. The first point is much has been made in the United States of the so-called pivot to Asia, and I believe, as others do, that it is time to make sure that our anchor in the Atlantic is strong. We've talked about the importance of trade. We've talked about the importance of geography in terms of the United States, the Western Hemisphere, Africa, and Europe. And we've also talked about the challenges we face together, whether it be from extremism, economic challenges, and these are all important subjects for government. But I would like to point out, with due respect to the wisdom and experience in this room, that 52% of the world's population is under the age of 30. And building on my good friend, Ambassador Pierre Vimon's suggestion about creating a network, I would like to propose that we think about identifying emerging leaders in our respective regions that could come together in an Atlantic Leadership Collaborative. We could identify some very specific projects, not only for discussion, but also for actual movement action forward. This would provide an example to people in our countries of how we could cooperate on issues such as sustainability, job creation, obviously health, and that this group could then report progress on these issues over the course of a year, working both face-to-face and using online technology to work together collaboratively during the period. This would be a tangible step. It does not replace the work of the G20, it does not replace the work of the G8, and it certainly does not replace the work of our bilateral relationships, but it is a small step because I believe that for us in this community to make progress, we must plant roots, and these roots must extend towards civil society, business, and government together. And thanks to your leadership and the leadership of His Majesty, you have created a framework here which is a perfect board of directors that could oversee this project. Again, this is one idea, but building a network, a community that would include the Atlantic countries of Latin America, North America, the EU, and Africa, would plant some roots and help fertilize this program. I would like to say that having lived in Paris in the 60s and 70s, in Rabat in the 70s and 80s, and in Brussels in the 80s and 90s, as an American, this idea of an Atlantic community comes very naturally. And I think in our country, having gone through an election and with our own economic challenges, this is a perfect moment to remind people in my country of the importance of the strategic relationship with Europe, of course, with Latin America, and with Morocco. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I would like to say that we hope that we at Meridian International Center, my colleagues here that are from wonderful organizations in the United States, that we can extend and help create more impact and help fulfill the mission of this important event. Thank you, sir.